I'm feeling like a rant about relationships. I don't know if it's gonna be a rant, I don't know what's gonna be like, but I just need to put out my perspective on what's the matter, what's the issue with today's world, which I really do not resonate with. So, like when I was younger, my dream, I had this ultimate dream of finding the person, the perfect person for my life, because I wanted to have that somebody to share my life with. I wanted to have somebody that would understand me and that I could rely on, that we would help each other out. That ideologically, I love the idea of sharing my life with somebody just because of all the benefits that come with it. And I would rely more on, I would give more meaning to a relationship, a committed relationship rather than friendships. But at the same time, so I was so much looking for love that I didn't really know what to do with my life, but what I knew was that I wanted to find love. Many people have this goal, and so did I. But as I went into the world, I found it was really so hard for me to get the perfect relationship because I was either finding people that they did not want a committed relationship. I found people that were not treating me the way that I wanted to be treated. So the journey of actually finding the person for me was harder than I was expecting it to be. My point is that I am seeing a lot of people, even my friends or people that I know, I'm noticing this thing where people often have relationship with people that they don't even resonate with. There are people who want to fill that void. So in order to fill that void, you do a lot of things without even thinking about what you're doing purposefully. Without purpose. You're just doing things recklessly without any purpose or meaning. And this also happens to relationships. I've met so many people that in order not to be alone by themselves, they get engaged in relationships that don't fulfill them. And you know what? This scares me so much more than just being alone by myself, or I am more scared of being with somebody that I know that we are not working out together rather than being by myself. Because I have experienced this, especially in friendships, where I was debating whether hanging out with people which I didn't resonate with rather than being alone. But the fact is, whenever I was engaging with those people which I did not resonate with, I was feeling lonely. So I wanted to make this point. I know that everyone has their own issues, and I know that some people are just scared of being by themselves. But you know, if you start learning about yourself and you start to enjoy the time that you're spending with yourself, you're spending free time for yourself, trying to become a better person, learning more about you, trying to be that person that can satisfy yourself, then you will not need somebody else to fill that void. You will not need to compromise. Maybe you also felt that feeling where you are with somebody and you don't feel understood, you feel that something is missing, you feel that they're not giving you everything that you want to be given, and but you still are there. You just remain there because it's easy, because you feel like it's better to have somebody rather than not having anyone. But I feel that quality should be more important than quantity. So even if you are by yourself, but you have the most fulfilling relationship with yourself and you don't feel lonely ever, then that's already so important. That's such a huge achievement. I was also worried about this. Even just like a few months ago, I was worried about this because I was seeing people close to me getting into relationships, and I was not getting into any relationship. And I was thinking, oh my god, what would people think of me? Why am I so stuck in life? Why? And yeah, I kind of like forgot about me creating all of this for one moment, but you know, there are certain times where you feel that way. And I was so worried of how people would perceive me because I am not dating, because I haven't met the love of my life. How would other people perceive me? But you know what? Ever since I made peace with the fact that I'm feeling so good by myself, I never feel alone. I never feel lonely because I have worked on myself. And let me tell you, I do meet people in order to meet the person that will suit me, you know? I do that, but I don't do it out of desperation. I do it because I'm genuinely wanting to find the perfect person for myself. And if I don't find that person, I'm gonna be good anyway because I have a plan, because I am counting on myself, because I make myself feel good. And I don't need other people to like make me feel good, because other people can make me feel anything. I am the one that's deciding how I feel, you know? So that's the point, that you are an important person. You should be the most important person to yourself. Think about this for 1 second. Would you ever want your time to be wasted on somebody that doesn't even fulfill you, that doesn't make you feel good, that is not worthy of who you are? So having standards is actually a good thing, because when you have standards, you're not trying to date somebody out of desperation, but you're trying to find the best match for yourself. Some people that I know, they just engage in any sort of conversation with people that they're not even interested in, just because they are scared of loneliness. They're scared of having empty moments in their lives where they are left thinking to themselves. There are people who don't want to have any free time because they don't want to be left with themselves. They don't want to face whatever thing is going on in their life. But it's not by avoiding it that this problem gets solved. The moment when you gather the courage to actually face that problem, that's the moment where you're liberating yourself, where you're actually empowering yourself, and you don't give that power anywhere to anyone else. How many times did we hear of friends who broke up with somebody, and then after a few weeks, 1 month, they were dating somebody else, and after they broke up again, they met somebody new, and so on. I was thinking to myself, how is it possible that these people, that for them it's so easy to find one person after the other without any struggle whatsoever? I mean, it is possible, but most of the cases, they just do it out of desperation because they don't want to be left by themselves. If those type of people are left by themselves, they just feel depressed, they feel anxious, they don't know what they're doing with their lives. So I understand that, but it's only by going within that you can actually find the cause, to find what is it that makes you act a certain way. What is it that you're scared of? And just by learning about these things, then you can solve the problem, and you can get to the point where you never feel lonely again, even if you're not dating anyone, even if you're not talking to a bunch of people, even if you have a lot of free time for yourself. Like some time ago, I heard from a friend of mine that they were feeling very lonely, even though they are achieved in their lives. They feel lonely. And why is it? Why is it? Because this person must have overworked so much until they had no free time whatsoever. But the moment when they are left with their thoughts and their emotions, they cannot help but feel the truth, but feel whatever thing that they're feeling. And because the truth always emerges, the truth always finds a way to come out, because you can try to suppress it, you can try to not let your feelings and your true thoughts come out, but then eventually they will, because you cannot fool yourself, you cannot deceive yourself, because I am sure that within you, you know what's best for you, you know how you want to be treated, what kind of people you want to engage with. So I'm sure that you know this. I don't know about relationships, but I can tell you how I felt in friendships. I was so scared of being by myself, of being lonely, of being the weird one, because I would not have friends. So what did I do? I was engaging in a friendship that was not fulfilling me. I did that because I was scared of what other people would have thought of me. I did not want to be alone by myself, so what did I do? Even though that friendship was not resonating with me, I kept being friends with this person until it got to the point where I couldn't really go through that anymore. I bear so much without saying anything to this person that this thing blew out of proportion. And I remember how I was feeling when I was friends with this person. I felt like I could never talk freely, that I was always the one that had to please this person in order not to let them run away. I had to do them favors, I had to be the best friend ever, and so I found myself neglecting my own self because I was scared of judgment, I was scared of being lonely. It made me feel very awful having this person in my life. It's so much better to be honest with yourself and to know what you really want out of friendships and out of relationships. And whenever you meet people who do not resonate with you, don't be scared of letting them go. Don't be scared of just telling them the truth. Just be honest, just be transparent, 100%. Human beings are always scared of change because we are used to comfort, we are used to safe zones. But you know what? If that doesn't fulfill you, just feel free. Just take the courage to actually let go of whatever thing does not serve you. If it does you good, keep it in your life. If it doesn't, and if it does not resonate with you, take the courage to just leave it, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. I also know what it's like to have relationships in your life just out of comfort and out of security, even if they don't really fulfill you. I know what it's like, but you're doing yourself a disservice remaining there. And if you move forward, then you will find that there are so many opportunities and so many more doors will open up for you. Like, I'm 100% sure of this. Oh, and also I wanted to add that when you are that person that gives everything to yourself, you don't need anyone else in your life. You really don't. Everyone else is just there to add value to your life, but you don't need them. You don't need other people to survive. It's easier to rely on others and to hope that others will save you and will help you out, but that is also possible, but it's safer. It's safer if you rely on yourself and you do everything that you want to do just to please your own self and satisfy whatever need you have. So become that person. Don't wait for others to change your life, and you will be good. Everything will be fine. This is everything for today, and see you in the next video.